Hello, I'm Lim Han Nguyen and I'm also known as Henry in my school or basically university. So I'm from Taylor's University, Lakeside campus. The program I'm currently in is from School of Engineering, SOE, and I'm in Foundation in Engineering, it's called FIE. And my current lecturer now doing this project is Mr. Ismail. Okay, so introducing my group members, there's only one. Dada! Mari. He's my group members. Okay? So this project is about design and construction. Okay, we are given a project to basically design the parking space for the handicaps and the normal people. So we need 5% of the handicaps parking space to be occupied for the total parking space basically. So yeah, so that's it. So how we design, how we construct, you'll see it later, man.
So today I'm here to explain about the condition, how we translate it. For the first condition, it's we must reserve 5% of the parking space for the handicap. So basically we drew 429 parking space for total 429 parking space. But for handicap we reserve around 28 for them, which indicates that which indicate that actually 28 occupies 5% of the total parking. So for the second condition, each handicap space must be 150% of the width used for the other spaces. So we actually calculate the normal parking space of the normal parking slot and we convert it into, we times 150% so that we could get a better space for handicap.
Okay, so now the third thing we're going to talk about is basically the maximum turning radius. Okay, so the maximum turning radius for all vehicles is around 40 feet. So basically we make the road size with around 25. Okay, so that's the way. So it allows the cars, all vehicles to move and turn properly. Okay, so the next one, the fifth one we're going to talk about is you must decide where to place the two entrances. Okay, so where do you put the two entrances is basically we put it at two different places because we don't want the traffic jam outside to actually be blocked. So the traffic will be much more smoother and not be stuck in. So okay, and we got one more is that it's called emergency gate for fire trucks and stuff, or ambulance even so. And another one is actually we make the lane a fire lane basically. So it's around 20 feet. So we make it 20 feet. So yeah, that's it. Okay, so now we are talking about the 5 assumptions. So basically the 5 assumptions, the first one we made was about traffic jam. Second one, if a fire occurs. Third one, if a person is got injured or anything. And the fourth one is, I think, is the handicap one, we put the parking so close. And the fifth one is between the oval shape. We have the two rows there is slightly bigger, So why? That's a good question, right? Okay, so for the traffic jam, we put two entrance, one at the most left and another one is below there. You'll see at the plant. So basically to not make a traffic jam outside the, outside the supermarket. So second one, the fire truck and for the ambulance, we built an emergency gate just in case anyone got injured or a fire occurs. So the emergency gate will actually open and they will be much more easier to come in. Okay. The next one is the handicap. You will notice that the handicap parking space in the plan will be actually very near to the entrance. So we'll let them much more easier to travel within a short distance lah. We have to be considerate. Okay, so the last one is the oval. Why do we make the two? oval island. Okay.
It's actually landscape island.
Okay. Anyway, landscape island. So basically, we make the two roads beside the landscape islands bigger is because we allow people to actually just stop, not park, but just stop beside it and fetch people or maybe take some photos and enjoy the view. Yeah, so that's about it. Oh, son.
Just to remind you guys, we actually have 439 parking space, but there's 28 for the handicapped.
Okay, we're down to the last part. Okay, so the last part is basically what we actually learned in this project. So, okay, I learned that we have to plan properly first before actually doing anything, and of course also teamwork, and also we need to do much more research on how to do this construction and design. So yeah.
So what I learned from this project is to make sure your information is correct before you start the thing, because we have some problem in the middle of the project and we have to redo it because we didn't make sure that our information is correct. And time management is the most important thing for this project because we have to extend our time limit for our project. So yeah.
And of course, lastly, I guess we have to shit. Okay, so the last part is when we do our project, we have to be steady and calm. We cannot so frustrated or anything. So we have to believe in ourselves, have faith in ourselves, and yeah, that's about it. So that's all from us, and thank you.